join our party as they head to rest after a long day of discovery, both wondrous and terrifying.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna go find a bottle or something. I'll see you in the morning.
Oh, good night, Bo.
Bye!
I'm off to think.
Get some sleep, please. Okay? I'm going to go and try to find a quiet place. Somewhere.
It's not too hard. It seems like this is an early to bed, early to rise community of people here. So I imagine the rooms that have been prepared for you seem to be maybe some guest rooms of the sages, really. So they're nothing impressive or grandiose. They're just little guest rooms, basically. The beds are probably too small. The spaces are kind of like open plan. There's not like a lot of privacy or anything. But they're humble and like cozy and comfortable, but nothing overly impressive. The view is pretty beautiful, though, the night view. Looking out, you can see the waterfalls, and it's fairly peaceful. There's probably faint light of like fireflies here and there moving about in some of the trees.
I'm gonna try and make myself comfortable. And from there, I'm just gonna take a deep breath, and I'd like to try and commune with Judikara in particular. I feel as though I've neglected my longest partner in all of this.
How would you like to do that?
Well, similar to how I tune into that just internal arcane energy that I have, my connection with the spirits in particular. I'm going to go ahead and I'll just take my staff, and while I'm sitting down, I'll lay it down on the floor in front of me. I'll wave my hand over it, and it'll begin to do that familiar thing where it separates, and the crystal will float up above me. And I'll just call out gently, Judikara? Would that be a arcanism ritual?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
This will be I think for our purposes, this is probably going to be I think, probably medium is what I'm thinking. And then just individual, obviously.
All right. That is a 16 success.
Yeah.
And I'll take away the 30 mana.
Okay. There's a peace that washes over you. It's sort of a familiar feeling. Given all that you've learned today, it's a bit of a contrast maybe to how your mind was a bit overwhelmed just shortly before this. But when you begin the ritual, find a sort of peace, a familiarity there, and the scenery around you lends itself well to this, and it's a stark contrast. So I think it's a I imagine that you're very aware of the difference in your moods shifting.
Mm.
And I think that the fireflies maybe get a little bit brighter to you. And even in the darkness of the night, you can see the reflections of the water and the moonlight cascading across various buildings and such. A little bit more than you would. I was wondering when you would speak with me.
I'm sorry that I've been so busy. I've been a terrible companion.
Terrible is not the right word, but I appreciate the gesture nonetheless.
I wanted to ask you something, or a couple of some things, if that's okay. I feel as though I know you, but I don't at the same time. You've been with me the longest out of anyone, and yet I don't know your story. Would that be okay?
What knowledge do you seek? You speak of my story, but the story is being written every day.
Well, firstly, I suppose when communing with Osterak, he made mention of you. Is there some sort of
Osterak.
connection?
Yes. Why do you speak of him?
Well, I simply wanted to, I suppose, find out why there is a tension there. What happened?
We were enemies long ago,
Oh,
before much of Regalia was as it is today.
really?
Yes.
Enemies in nature prior to being bound, or?
Yes.
I see. If it is too much, I don't mean to pry. I simply wish to hear your side of things.
Do you remember when we were first bound?
Yes, but my memories are, as you know, I mean, you're connected to me so deeply. They're a bit overlapping. I'm going to try to remember not Jean's meeting of Judicara, but Idisalith's in this moment. It's all so fuzzy. Well, I mean, you know that I have these two overlapping memories. There's the one where Jean met you. But then there's the one where I met you. Was it in the forest?
Yes.
I start to rub at my temples because it's hurting my head to try to remember these two separate things. And what about it that you is it that you're touching on with your thought, Judakara?
I am from what is now known as Elendrath. Near Tempria. As it is called today. Osterak was born of Syntharis. And much like Osterak's first bonding, he was bound to the founder of Syntharis. I was once bound to the founder of Elendrath.
Oh. I see. But weren't they once one nation?
Yes.
Do you know what caused such a divide?
Nothing as simple as one day. Nothing that could be pointed to as a specific catalyst. A lifetime of differing opinions. A yearning for something greater. Instead of contentment with good things that we had.
I see. I am sorry, that's very unfortunate. Judakara? Do you remember who you were before all of that?
It was a long time ago, by your reckoning. But I suppose bits and pieces. It was my suggestion to the parties involved that we sacrifice and seeds and Tharis. It was the only way that I could see any sort of peace.
That is a great burden.
It was a thought, a suggestion. It was not my decision. The burden lies on the people.
Right. I see. Judakara, we have a lot of very powerful and scary enemies in front of us.
You
It's
do.
going to be... Indeed. It's going to be a struggle. You've been alongside me this entire time. Are you willing to still help?
must help. It is the only way forward. May I ask you a question?
Anything, of course.
What do you remember of the time before you awoke in the Emberstone?
I remember the red tunnel. And before that, I remember being at this event. I think. Or was I at the front line of the war? The event. There was an event where Jean was pulled into that portal. And then the red. And then the Emberstone. I don't remember anything of my time here. Apparently I was on the front lines and then I disappeared for 10 years. You were with me, were you not? What do you remember? Do you remember anything from that time period? Do you remember anything? Tim Cross was experimenting on people. That couldn't have been it, right? What happened? Where were we?
You have a complicated nature. How do you see yourself now?
I don't know. It's been a lot. There's the version of me that's Jean, that's trying to form any sense of logic around the situation, but our voice is getting quieter every day. This all just... It feels so real. How could I deny it? And even if the logical side of things from, if I were to try to break it down using the gene side of my brain, it all just feels so real. The people here feel so real.
They are real. You are real.
And if that ritual is how we got here, I feel like a monster.
How do you see yourself? Are you Iris? Irislith? Jean?
I don't know. I'm confused. here I feel like I need to be Irisylith. Like, if I don't assume this potential body that I might have stolen, that I'll be doing her an injustice and that we'll all fail. And we can't fail. I think every day I'm seeing myself more as Irisylith.
And who do you want to be?
I think back to all that my friends and I have done here. And then I think back to the fragments that I can remember because I'm so far deep in this. And I remember my brother. And then I remember my father who left us. And then I remember my mother. And I don't know how much time has passed there. But I knew that I maybe didn't have much left with her. This all is a wonderful escape. So, I genuinely don't know which version I want to be, but I know that there are people that need me in both places. But in that other place, I'm powerless. And here I have so much of it, and I get stronger by the day. So maybe for now, maybe I need to be Irisylith. It's like you said. Maybe I need to be as if how you need to help.
Great sacrifice was thrust upon you.
Yes.
I do not remember much over those 10 years, but I can tell you Irisylith during the battle the last point that you remember before the Emberstone. Irisylith died.
What? What do you mean? How?
battle was fierce. Arislith used all of her mind to cast banishment spell on me.
What? Why would she banish you? Why would...
You know, when a dismissed arcana leaves, they summon forth great power.
See.
A great burst of light lit up a field battle. But it was the last that she had.
So... am I a mockery then of your friend?
I have not once thought such a thing. You are simply different. You are Iris. You are Arislith. Jean. I do not know what happened to encase you in this emberstone, but I think that there is more that we have not yet learned.
Right. We'll need more allies. Are you alright with lending me your power to try to find more?
I have always been. You may not be the same as Arislith, but that does not stop you. You have kept pushing forward. An impossible task set before you. Too much has been asked. And yet you still put one foot in front of the other. If we are to save Regalia, there will be more sacrifices that need to be made. And I believe you and your friends can make them.
Thank you, Judakara. Let you rest now.
You must rest as well.
Indeed. Good night. And I'll wave my hand towards the crystal, dismissing the communication between us. And during this conversation, I've been picking at my nails, My fingernails, the nail beds are bleeding. I've been so nervously picking. And I just look out at the nighttime in front of me with this beautiful view until I pass out.
The night falls and passes. Eventually, we find our group waking up. Enders, you can probably wake up to the sound of communication scroll from the Dragon Empress.
When I'm up, the table that I was on, I kind of look at it kind of strange. There's a bunch of symbols and seals and runes drawn all over it. And I hear a noise go off. Pull out the scroll and unscroll it.
Muhn was spotted in Itessa, the city of Echo Shade. She reportedly fought a kaiju single-handedly and defeated it. She apparently stole a sky vehicle during the night. We do not know where she is.
I'll write back. Did I think? How would you like for me to handle this situation? We found tons of information. Should we depart immediately? We are not currently ready. I have not perfected the spell. And then I'll relay, not everything that we found, but I'll relay where we are, who we spoke to, and where we're going.
Okay. Yeah, I think the response from the Dragon Empress is something along the lines of, I need to confer with my people. We must be prepared in case Muhn invades any other major cities. I'm going to prepare all of our defensive forces and I'm going to put everyone on high alert. I will notify the rest of Regalia to this development.
I'll sign off, contact Brahm, and I'll list my parents' names. Yeah, we should be on our way soon. And then I'll put in, can she read Syntharn?
You don't know?
I'll write in Syntharn, I will bring the moon down. And I spell moon, M-O-O-N. Eventually.
In Syntharn, you will receive a response. We will do whatever we can to assist.
With that, I'll sit back, I'll roll the scroll up, and then I'll look down at the symbols, and I'll wave my hand over them. And dark tendrils will shoot from my hand, record the symbols, and clear the evidence off the table. And I'll stand up and I'll adjust myself, and I'll go look in the mirror. I'm assuming they're mirrors.
Yeah, there's probably
Okay. Or
yeah,
like some kind of glass.
yeah. Probably some really rudimentary ones.
Then I'll stare myself in the eyes. I'll turn away swiftly and walk out the door. And make my way to the office that we were in the night before.
Yeah. You can see that the sages are going about their day to day, much like you are. And yeah, I imagine Bo and Arislith are probably stirring as well.
I'm gonna go check with Lyra, is her name, right?
Mm-hmm.
To see if she found any information on my mother. Or my family name, rather.
Okay. Yeah, you probably look for Lyra, and just say, yes, I gathered a few more books before bed. We still have a lot of information to go through, but as you requested, I've gotten the books together. We've gotten some information in regards to your family, as well as some more books on the history of heroes, and of course, we're still gathering information about arcanums and any references to Tim Cross that we can find.
Yes. Thank you. Well, I won't take any of the other books. I just take my family name. And then I'll help Lyra sit them down wherever. And then I'll just sit back and ponder before opening the book.
Yeah. Bo, Arislith, I think you just kind of see Anders go about his business, right? Like, there's not really a lot of a greeting or anything in the morning. There's potentially like, I mean, at least I'm getting this. I don't know about all of you, but like I'm getting like an overwhelmed feeling. Like it's like a lot. You're getting kind of weighed down by everything, and I think everybody's kind of a bit more serious today.
For sure.
I'm not sure if I read that, but I kind of still go about my own business unless someone talks to me. Kind of just moving around the place. Looks like I'm looking for something. Breakfast, probably.
Okay.
I think looking between the books and having had all of this information thrown at me at once, I haven't had a good breakfast either. So I'll probably catch up to Bo. Bo? Do you want to try to find some breakfast together? We
There's
can
no
bring something back
response.
for Enders. Bo? Why does nobody hear me? Oh! And I'm gonna go ahead and poke you.
I think if you go, when you poke me, initially, the membrane kind of just envelops your hand, and then there's a bit of a hiss as your hand starts to get eaten, and then all of us think, "Whoa!" and I snap back around you and I go, "Hi, what's up? Morning.
Hi.
What do you want?"
Are you okay? You're very
That's a
jumpy.
weird What? You startled me. You came from nowhere.
I said hi a couple of times. Called your
Think I'd
name.
know.
Well, apparently not.
What did you want?
Did you want to get breakfast together?
Sure. Is there like a restaurant here, or a brunch place?
Asking around. Do we find any sort of place we might be able to get a couple of bites of grub?
Yeah. There's probably some real like simple kind of food. I imagine that there's they probably have like fruit and some eggs and some fish and maybe some like some nuts and some mushrooms and things about.
Great. I'll probably get a plate for myself, and I'd like to get food for Enders as well. Pack it up carefully.
Do they have tapas?
Probably not.
I'd like to spend a Fabula point so they can serve tapas.
Okay, fair enough.
What kind of
tapas?
I'm not sure what a tapas is, but what is this?
I don't know. It says tapas on the card here.
Ah, okay. Just kind of seems like nuts to me. Well, Enders, do you want some tapas?
It's no response.
I'm just gonna bring him food. It's fine. I'll get him a little bit of everything.
All right.
What were you up to, by the way? I know we were really absorbed in the literature we were reading.
Not much. How long have we been here for? Like a day?
Oh, but it feels like a lifetime.
Really? It feels like an afternoon.
It's about 2 days now.
Maybe a couple hours, really, and a nap.
Really? Is time's passing that quickly for you, huh?
Quickly? Not really.
Was there anything you wanted to read about?
Read? Do they have any comics?
I imagine they had some picture books, but
It's not really quite the same.
right.
Picture books.
Yes, of course. Well,
Can't say I do. I mean, apart from the whole fact that, the world's gonna, get flushed down a giant, like, red drain. Did we learn anything about that? About cycles? Is this a cycle? Does it just normally happen? Is it like ice ages? Or is this new? Or like, are we gonna die? Does it matter if we die? Did you ask about that?
I should have asked Judikara if she knew anything.
Judikara? You never speak to her.
Well, I spoke to her last night.
Doubt. Anyway,
I'm serious, and
what did you talk about?
well, I talked about her and her story a little bit. She and Ostrak were on opposing sides.
Oh, okay.
She was a Velendrath.
Are they like inside you right now, not talking to each other? How does that work?
That's a good question. I feel like it's just they are connected with me. Do you remember the motes from that ritual a while back in Koga?
You'll have to be more specific. We've had many. Oh, in Koga.
Uh-huh.
No.
The little fragments of soul.
Okay.
Well, it's sort of like that, I suppose. Except I've got all of them.
Right.
Their souls are kind of bound to me, and mine to them.
But it doesn't feel weird. They're not like kind of sentient and like they're going, psst, Jude, don't tell Osterak this, and psst, Jude, don't tell Judikara she smells. It's just kind of they're just there.
Well,
There.
I think that despite disliking one another, for Judikara and Ostrak at least, they're willing to put that aside for now.
That's big of them. I've always wondered what that's like, you know, to have like just is. You ever play Pokemon? Anyway, never mind.
Oh, we had a lot of Pokemon in the manga in the library.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of different though, because you know Ash never put the Pokeballs inside him. Anyway, I think
Well, I guess that's fair. I mean, I suppose I have the Pokeballs inside me.
right.
Except they're whole, full people and not creatures that I just go around capturing. It's kind of a soul contract. It's really, it's actually quite, it's actually kind of badass, really.
I think Ender's Tapas is getting cold.
Right, yes. No more talk of Pokeballs.
Getting jealous. First she has all the titles, now she has freaking Pokeballs inside. I want Pokeballs.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. Just, talking about nothing.
Oh, okay. I mumble to myself sometimes too. Also,
No, you don't. You have souls inside you. Whenever you do that, you're just mumbling to them.
huh. I didn't think of that. It's like having imaginary friends, except they're not imaginary.
They're just imaginary.
Let's go give Anders his food. I also have some more things to talk about, I think. But it's
All
better
right.
if all of us are together.
Enders, we got tapas, but it's just nuts.
I'm currently looking for the Grand Scribe. I would assume they're in their office.
Yeah. Lyra, by the way, looked like hell. Like,
Yeah.
dark, yeah, like, like
Ruining their life.
Did not sleep. You know, like maybe got a couple hours of sleep. Absolutely destroyed. But when you head back to the office, it's all cleaned up. Everything's all cleaned up and organized. So there are piles. They're basically books on carts that have kind of been worked out and organized by the cart, and like just kind of keeping the materials together and stuff like that. The Grand Scribe would be in the office as you arrive.
As the two companions have been getting a bite, I would have been speaking, so I guess this could happen at the same time. I would walk to the Grand Scribe and do a slight bow and say, may I come in?
Yes, of course.
Good. I shut the door and I walk up to him and I'll tell her, first of all, Lyra, big help. That's great.
Yes, she is quite wonderful.
Yes, I would like to see her keep doing her job and you to keep manning this wonderful place. What kind of defenses do you have in line? The Tree of Knowledge is here. Everything about the history of Regalia is supposedly here. Do you have strong defenses?
I suppose by the definition,
What type of defenses do you have to bolster?
you imagine that we would have some sort of grand army, or great walls or some sort of flying monster to protect us.
No. Magic, barrier, something strong to keep something equally stronger out.
There is powerful illusion magic. And as you said, the Tree of Knowledge itself provides a barrier to this place.
We need to bolster it. I look around. I would assume there's a map on the wall, at least, right? I would.
Probably not.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I imagine that the walls have pictures of the previous Grand Scribes that we established previously, and I imagine that there's probably just a lot of lighting, just that magical lighting in here, taking up a fair amount of space as well. So there's not really like a great spot for a map. What I will say is maybe there's one like on a desk.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to draw one if not. All right. How far is Atessa away from here? And I'll go through and try to do the math. A sky car from Atessa, that technology that they have there. I'm unfamiliar with it, but I would assume it's slower. Yes, I would assume it's slower than an airship. Small vehicles, not meant for travel in that way. When I'm guessing, one's coming this way, and my intel has told me that is the Valkyrie.
Coming here.
Yes.
Why?
I do not know. Destruction, probably. They destroy things in their wake. Apparently, I'm not ready enough. I thought I had time. I don't want this place to go down, so I'm going to gather the companions. I would assume if they're coming here, they have no other reason but us.
How does she know where you are?
That is what I want to find out. Either someone inside of my group is relaying information or someone here is relaying information.
To whom?
But I don't think it's Lyra.
To this
I don't think it's
Valkyrie?
you. Yes. Or known as the Savior is what people call them, but they're changed, different. Look, we have to bolster the defenses here. I have not told my comrades yet because I didn't have a chance to. But and I'll lean in. The Dragon Empress is in full support of helping with defenses. But we need to get ahead of it. We need to get ahead of it fast. Now, if we leave here, this place can probably be avoided. If she is indeed looking for us. And whatever intel she's getting from whomever, we'll probably relay that. We are leaving. The only place that has on this side of the world that has a very strong militia is my home. But I have to get there. I have to get there fast. I'm going to do a group study on those in my party and see if there's any loose ends. The only one I can think of is Rue. She has been gone, and she's never been with the plan to protect Regalia. She doesn't see what I see. She won't do what needs to be done if it needs to be done, and I'm afraid that she may have defected.
Well, this is troubling.
on his speculations. But it's too convenient, right? She hasn't been seen in days.
I suppose it is possible. But I know where Rue is.
Where?
She needed time.
Time.
I believe some of the information that you have found was extremely troubling to her. She's having difficulty coming to grips with it all.
Rue. I understand what you're saying, but Rue is also very good at her job.
And what is her job?
Charming. Puts on a ruse. Gets what she wants. Does what she can to protect others that she's close to. And right now, the only person that she is really close to is the Valkyrie. Now, in good faith, let's say that she was bothered by whatever information we found.
She is with you. She is not with the Valkyrie. She stayed with you. From what you've told me, she had every opportunity to join Muhn.
I'm not saying she's in league with the Valkyrie, but people do take time to think and then probably, well, you know, a person that tries to do right by everyone and everything, no matter what the consequences are, end up being, well, a bigger problem than the actual problem. I will not be the one to question her. I believe the others already suspect me. Suspecting Rue to be, well, in the way. They don't trust me. With good reason.
From what you've told me, you've been through a lot yourself. All of you have.
What have I told you?
Well, just out of character, you did kind of recount everything to the Grand Scribe when you first came.
Including the ritual.
Yeah. And like, kind of all the stuff that happened. You gave her the history, basically, since you arrived in Regalia. I don't remember what you kept out, but I know that you did a kind of info dump of your own, Grand Scribe.
Okay. So based off of what I told you, what do you think? What's going through that brilliant mind of yours?
I've written many books here. I've written the accounts of many people, heroes, and the books that we have are innumerable. They cover a wide range of subjects. I can hear somebody typing. The common factor in all of these accountings is that perspective is important. The perspective that everyone has alters their realities. You have seen things one way. You have arrived here. You have experienced things differently than your friends have. These perspectives that each of you has alters your future actions. For example, your friend Irislith, she is from Elendrath, and when you arrived here and you emerged from this ember stone, you saw the world through new eyes. You experienced one of your friends whom you hadn't seen for, according to your perspective, a few minutes. But Muhn had been alone for 10 years, hadn't seen you for 10 years. Your friend Bo awoke into from what you have told me, a different body. And you died. Your friends went to this in-between, and they brought part of you back.
I'll take a book out and put it on the table.
Each of these perspectives leads to a different reality. Your existence has been fractured. Yes?
I don't know. This is the book on my family name. I am Inderali, Drosk, Ivarali.
What are you hoping to find in there?
The truth.
About what?
They speak of this other version of me. That is not me.
And who are you?
Inderali, Drosk, Ivarali.
And what do you hope to find in there? You say the truth. About what?
My family name, I need to know. I want to know more about my mother. This family name dates back quite far. I wanted to open it in front of you, not the others. But I want you to open it, if you don't mind, and read it to me. I don't think I can bear the weight.
Would you like to start at the beginning?
Yeah.
Very well. Transcribe Quillroot begins to read to you. Things start specifically with the Drosk family name. And it goes back to probably 10 or 11 generations. Elves here aren't like Tolkien elves. They don't live for like thousands of years. They live for maybe about on the longer end of things, about 150 to 175 years. Your mother was the one from Brom, right?
No, father's Brom.
Father's Brom. Yeah, okay. Or I'm sorry, your mother, Ivarali. Sorry, I got them backwards. The Ivarali family name, then. Sorry. It would go back about 10 or 11 generations. And I think you kind of see what you hear kind of a little bit about each generation, and it's about what you would expect. You hear about different people, and the thing that kind of happens with family lines and a lot of families where a parent versus a child, there's usually some form of rebellion. But like every other generation, sort of seems a little bit more similar to each other. The first recorded Ivarali almost sounds like your mother. It almost sounds like the same person. They lived a life studying various alchemy and trying to learn more about the world. You can see that Syntharis was very different back then. It's not as technologically advanced as it is now. A lot of it back then was resource gathering and really brilliant ideas, and that people were looking for solutions to a lot of common problems. How do we supply people with food? How do we supply people with healthcare? How do we supply people with knowledge? How do we supply people with, heat in the cold, cold in the heat, and just every kind of other thing that you can expect? And your great-great-great-great-grandmother was one of the people that helped to establish Mirk, the capital city of Syntharis. She developed basically the one of the more sustainable ways that they would gather food. Alchemy that was basically used for a very important purpose, keeping people fed. And it would probably be the equivalent of like GMO stuff in our society. Sort of changing some of the nature of some fruits and vegetables to better grow in the marshy environments of Syntharis. And you kind of are guided through this. At some point, you'll early on into this, you'll hear a knock on the door. Yes? And it's Bo and Rislith.
Is it all right if we come in? We brought food for you, Anders.
Yeah. Yes.
Grand Scribe Quillroot nods her head towards both of you. Hello. Good morning. I understand you had Lyra in quite a hectic state yesterday.
Oh, yes. Lyra's been wonderful, though. They've been incredibly helpful.
That's good.
So sorry. We just had a lot to talk about and learn about, I suppose.
Well,
She was
this is
good.
important work. So,
Good people.
are you
Yes.
looking to continue your studies today?
No.
Uh.
We have to leave.
What? I
Grand
still have to find the
Scribe.
Arcanum that's here.
We'll come. We have to talk about something, Grand Scribe. Thank you. That we come from a good line. Good. Good.
Well, I'll let you all talk for a while. You can have the office.
Before you go,
Yes.
extreme measures. If extreme measures has to be taken. To destroy one thing so that many can flourish, what's the chances of society growing past that?
Regalia has withstood many horrors over its time. I suppose it simply depends on how severe the problem is and what kind of a wound it will take. Some wounds scar, others can kill.
Right. Thank you for your time. Do you mind if I borrow this book? Is it possible? If not, actually, no, that's selfish of me to ask.
These books cannot be taken from Gnosisia.
Right. Silly me. And I'll hold the book to my chest. I'll definitely make sure Lyra gets it back.
Thank you. Please, take the room. And
Thank you, Grand Scribe.
She begins to step out.
Why would we need to leave?
There was a soft look on my face, maybe for the first time in a long time, as I looked down at the book. But when I slowly look up at you both, I have a stern look. My eyes are piercing. I just found out about my family name. And how far it stretched back. You know that Centaurus is not evil. Not bad.
I mean, nothing suggested it was. It's
Ellen
just
Draft.
technological.
Not bad at all. None of this squabbling over resources and stuff. It was all about survival. Since the earliest days. The conflicts are natural. Can be overcome, can learn from those. But pure destruction. That's destruction without reason. It's unforgivable.
What does that have to do with your family, Anders?
I don't want to lose them.
Right?
Tessa. And you'll see that I've drawn out something that I could place on top of the map that's on the table. Tessa is here. We are here. I got word this morning that the Valkyrie is on her way here. Traveling. Stolen.
Are you intentionally trying to So the only reason I'm interrupting here is because I don't know that she's on her way there. And
I thought it was in the letter.
No, it just said that she left in a sky vehicle. Didn't give you any information on where she was going.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. We'll revert that. I'll just say that Valkyrie was last seen in Atessa. They're in a stolen sky vehicle.
I see.
And I am assuming that she's either going after another Emberstone, or someone is giving information, and they may be coming here. I met with the Grand Scribe to bolster the defenses here if any is possible. I don't understand why they would come here, but we haven't seen Rue in a while.
I mean, I spoke to her. She was in shambles.
Yeah. When people are in shambles, they do things without thinking. I'm only having it be placed in front of us as an option. There also could be someone here feeding information, but the Dragon Empress has contacted me. Preparations are being made.
Right.
The only way that I can sum up what we should do is by leaving.
Well, Enders, we came here for knowledge. We've got some of that knowledge. We also came here for power. We should still try to seek out the spirits here. Look, and I'm going to pull out some of the literature that I took from my grandmother's house. Look here. This details teleportation rituals. I might be able to do it. We can get there. Quickly, if we need to. But we need to finish our work here.
I don't know the technology of a sky car vehicle. I don't know how fast they move. I would assume it's not faster than an airship, otherwise there'd be more flying around. There's also something else that's very disturbing. Apparently, the Valkyrie has taken out a kaiju. Alone.
Well... Oh, do you have something in your mouth? Were you trying to say something there? Oh?
Sorry, it's fixed.
Oh, goodness.
Hello?
Ah, okay.
Sorry, I had something whack in my pseudopod. Just a question. Muhn can fly. So, like, why is she in an airplane thing if she can fly?
Sky vehicle. I don't know. It's a good question.
Kind of sounds wacky. Either she's not as powerful anymore, or it's bad information, I think.
Or since you all like the brighter side of things, maybe the power of flight and this power of destruction is fueled by the stone. And if we are to be hopeful, if the stone is what's fueling that power, she hasn't consumed any in a while, possibly limiting what she can do.
Or she
But-
burnt it all out.
Once a monster, hard to turn away from those instincts.
Also, you're gonna steal that book, aren't you? But I'm thinking, can't you just copy a page?
I'm not going to steal this book.
Why?
Because it belongs here.
When has that changed things before?
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you getting me confused with Rue?
I kind of like lean into him and extend like
At the Maleficarum?
like a long oblong balloon. Maleficarum.
Oh.
Everywhere else. Check your pockets.
You believe that I actually stole that? You believe that Professor Drusk would actually allow me to steal something so powerful?
Well, you tried.
She would
And he
have
wouldn't
caught you.
She
you
knew
did
the whole
try.
time.
And he didn't. Well, and you were disappointed about it, weren't you? And you did try, and you wouldn't stop talking about trying to steal books. So why have you changed your tune all of a sudden, Mr. Blue Eyes?
It's more like if I wasn't given the opportunity, then I would seek out opportunity to find what I need.
Right. And?
That was being tested. And apparently I passed. Acknowledgement was given when we went inside of the summoning ritual. I mean, the teleportation ritual, I should say.
But regardless, I mean, why don't you just copy the page? Or, I don't know, find a way to clone the book.
This book is, it's a lot of information here.
Are you kind of like playing with the book at all? Like,
I'm holding it.
I don't know if
like
you're
this.
Right. I don't know if you're doing like the ADHD thing where you're
with my fingers on the edges. Yeah. I would be doing that. Like, I would be like this while talking.
If you're doing like the fidgety.
Yeah. I would like to come back and read it. And I believe if I have a purpose to come back to finish my studies, it would bring me
Bring you...
joy.
Are you sure you're okay?
I don't know. But what I do know is, and I'll finally realize what I'm doing and I'll place it on my lap, is that I have some clarity into who I am. I am not this frank person that you bring up. I'm sorry for your loss.
No.
But I believe whatever happened in this space of time, and whatever rituals that have happened, we either lose or gain a part of ourselves. And whatever lives we take on, we have to decide whether we want to keep on, honor that life, or try to live in the past. What I will say, something deep down inside of me believes that this frank person would want us to do what is best for ourselves and the driving force of where your heart lies.
I have more information.
Oh?
I scan both of you with my eyes, and if you'd look at my hands, you'd notice the nail beds are in rough shape. I told you that I spoke with Judikara last night. I took the time to commune with her, and I learned much. Firstly, I learned of her relationship with Ostrak, my lion companion. They were enemies, but she is of Elendrath, and he of Syntharis. But I pried more into it because Judikara has been with me since the start. Since the beginning of it all, and What she told me was that Irislith, the one that she knew previously, died.
Huh?
No.
In
In
a
what
final-
way?
During the war, in a desperate final act, Irislith, it doesn't matter, the one that she remembers, used a banishment spell, and she died from it.
Banishment spell on who? On what?
Judikara,
Oh, she banished her own arcanum.
the spells. Whenever I summon my arcanum, you know that energy that when I dismiss them is dispersed.
Hmm.
That wave of pure light.
Yeah.
It was that, but worse, I assume.
Wait.
So who are you?
I don't know.
I think the question's less who is she, but like, does that mean that we all uploaded into what we are right now?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if that version of me, of Irislith, it was encased in Emberstone after death. When did it happen? How did it happen? And did it happen to you all as well? Is this a previous version of you as well, Enders?
Yeah, are you dead too? Times 2? Ooh,
Right.
that's rough.
Well, it's just... I'm sorry, that sounded so callous to say, but I wonder. There's so much to learn. But... I think the only way that we'll learn it is if we continue searching for it. And... seeking out perhaps the Arcanum here. An Arcanum in the place of great knowledge such as this might be able to help. They might be able to give us some sort of revelation.
We have to first search for one.
Indeed,
That could take time. Days even.
it could.
Especially if your spiritual tracking is interrupted by the world tree. The tree of knowledge. I'm sure you felt it.
I'll check in with Lyra to see if she's found the literature on any Arcanum, particularly in this region. And if not, I'm going searching.
Do you think there is one here?
They made mention when we arrived and I asked about it, yes. There are spirits here. It's possible there's an Arcanum.
Alright, well, I mean, you have that dowsing rod kind of skill, don't you? You know, like we found them before just by like communing. I guess we could try that again.
Indeed.
Isn't that a ritual that took two?
Took what?
It took two. It took someone of higher understanding to aid, at least from what I remember.
Well, I mean, back then to teach her, but she's like level 10, right? Like, it's as far as being the best at stuff, she's the best that there ever has been. Right? That's why, at the school, well, which I couldn't graduate from, they were jealous of her.
But this is... I'm just... Alright. You're right on 2 counts. We came here to get stronger. We have to accelerate fast.
Why? What's the hold up, Enders?
I know, Enders.
If the Valkyrie decides to take a pit stop and have a little snack, we're in trouble.
Oh.
But also, they might be in trouble if she does anyway.
They.
People of Gnosisia.
Yes.
If you're right, or if like one of your ideas is right, then maybe it might be better if we are here to try to at least ward her off.
Warding her off. She took down a kaiju by herself.
I know.
If this place is lost, everything is gone.
There's an incredibly disruptive sound that sounds like fingernails on a chalkboard. And it's not fingernails on a chalkboard, it's chalk on the chalkboard.
On a fingerboard. Okay.
You see slowly writing begin to appear on the chalkboard, scratched onto it. And it says, "What do you seek me for? Power, clarity, redemption, or something unspoken?"
Who's doing that? I'm not doing that. Are you doing that?
I immediately stand up and gently put the book down. And then I open my hands. Who are you speaking to? I look towards Irisly. Is this your doing?
I didn't do that. I'd if possible like to do some sort of a ritual to try to see if I'm able to see this unseen entity, or if perhaps it's some sort of spirit of some sort. So I'll take my staff from my back and I'll plop it onto the ground. The vines will go ahead and spread out across the floor, and the crystal will raise and light up brightly as I attempt to do this be a spiritism ritual or arcanism?
You want to I will take either arcanism or spiritism, whichever you prefer. There are different rules. Arcanism is willpower, spiritism is insight and willpower. Regardless, this would be a medium, an individual.
Okay, I'll do arcanism here.
Okay.
11 success.
You begin to see faint outlines of a creature, not massive in size, not intimidating, but certainly strange. An elk-like shape begins to reveal itself in sort of golden and pale purple colors. Its antlers seem to be scratching these questions onto the chalkboard.
An elk.
I lower my defenses.
The question was power, clarity, or what were the other options?
Power, clarity, redemption, or something unspoken.
Clarity.
She says that, I avert my eyes.
Scratching on the chalkboard continues. There are no wrong answers, only knowledge.
We came here for power and clarity.
But this is a place of knowledge, and the Arcanum.
What's the unspoken thing, though?
What is your domain?
It begins to scratch out more chalk on blackboard sounds. And it says, I am an arcanum of the grimoire. I am Omnius, the all-knowing.
Omnius. Is there anything I could do to convince you to work with us?
More scratching on the blackboard. I am not sure yet. I must ask you a series of questions to see if our paths align.
I'll look at the others and I'll nod. Right?
Right? Do we have say in this?
I mean, what are you trying to say?
Well, I'll flop open my notebook and I'll write a whole bunch of like possible strategic ways to access this question and then come up with an answer. Takes like 5 minutes. Well, if they say power and clarity and knowledge is power. Power could be subjective, and clarity can lead to unclear waters. Because when you're clear on one thing, another thing can become a question. How many questions do we have? Is this like a sort of a 3-wish thing, or is it more of a test? When it comes down to being a test, if it is, then you need to have the right answer. Right. Bo has a point. But when it comes down to it, if they say there's no wrong answer, there is always a wrong answer and a right answer. Depends on how we take it from this. And I'll just ramble on.
It is always a trap when somebody says there's no wrong answer, is it not?
Yes.
Sorry. Well.
Also, and if you think that the answer that you shouldn't go with may be the answer you should, and doubt is also a sign of weakness. So, I mean, if knowledge is power and power is knowledge, then clarity with the right knowledge leads to power, which then leads to
Question.
clear. Yes.
If they said there's no right answer, then doesn't that mean that the answer is the one on the left?
He didn't say that, by the way. You just
He said there's no
made that up.
wrong answer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I look to Omnios. Omnios, we'd be happy to answer your questions. You said you had more?
This is what we can do. I understand.
Begins to write a new question. What truth about yourself do you avoid looking at, and why?
So do you understand where I'm coming from?
That this is an escape.
No. Go over my notes
Because-
once again.
I avoid it because I feel that I need to. That even though I feel extremely necessary in both places, it somehow feels more validating to be more powerful and have control over the situation. And I avoid it because it is convenient. And I avoid it because I feel it is what I need to do.
Begins to write a new question. Which is more dangerous, ignorance or certainty?
It was ignorance or certainty? Those were the two options.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at the others to see if they have input.
Clearly ignorance. Ignorant people are dangerous, isn't it right, Bo?
Well, certainly.
But certainty can be dangerous if your certainty is just a perspective that you have.
Right.
If you, I mean, that's still technically you being ignorant of it, though, of the situation, but...
Right. So if you're ignorant, then you are certain about something even if you might be wrong, so that's the most dangerous thing. But if you're certain, then I suppose at the very least you're... What was the question?
What is more dangerous, ignorance or certainty? Now, a very dangerous person, like you said, is someone who is certain, but they're completely wrong. Someone who is ignorant can also be aware of the fact that they're ignorant and seek out knowledge.
Certainly.
I still think perhaps ignorance.
Yes, clearly. Who would want someone around that's ignorant?
Well, ignorance, with the caveat that, well...
Ah, wait. Let me help you here. Ignorance is not the danger, it's the fact of not wanting to change and learn to be less ignorant. It's the danger.
Being accepting of the fact that you are ignorant is a powerful thing.
If you're willing to learn.
Certainly.
It's not enough to go off of for the question. But certainty at least leads to one path where ignorance can lead to many.
I think then my gut perhaps would lean towards certainty. We are in uncertain times. There are many things we are ignorant of, but we seek knowledge nonetheless.
Are we gonna get, like, our marks or something after this? I'm getting a bit anxious. You did it, not me.
There's like a slight shake to the head of this creature, and as they do so, you can see like scrolls kind of like unfurling from their antlers, and as they fall to the ground, they just sort of fade away.
Oh, I was just about to eat one. Well, okay, well, because I don't want to fail another exam because I'm kind of tired of failing exams. But, I guess they want your answer regardless, Iris.
Well, aren't they gone?
No.
No, the scrolls faded, not the...
Oh God. Okay, I thought you meant that they disappeared. I was like, oh no. Well, Ash is like, yeah, fuck you. You can't have this Arcanum. I believe that certainty is a bigger danger.
New question appears. If a truth is never learned, does it still matter?
Well, I look to the others. I'd say I think so. Otherwise,
Yeah.
what's the point of seeking knowledge?
True. Plus, just because, if an apple never fell on Isaac Newton's bonds, then gravity would still be there because gravity is true. It didn't have to be found, Same with, like, I don't know, exoplanets. They still exist, even if... What was the question?
If a truth is
for
never
once.
learned, does it still matter?
For once, Bo, I agree with you. That life moves on no matter what. We understand, know, and figure out. What we might learn to prevent today will present a new problem tomorrow.
Right, that's exactly what I meant to say. Yeah.
So, would you say yes then? I
Yes?
feel as though just because someone doesn't know it yet doesn't mean we should stop searching.
True. But...
But what?
Well, I mean, why would you need to keep searching? Was that part of the test or the question? It matters, it just hasn't been found yet regardless, no?
Agreed. I'll turn to Omnios. I believe that it does, actually. A truth unfound is a truth yet to be discovered.
Purpose.
If you learn the truth of your destiny and disliked it, would you defy it? Appears on the board.
Oh.
That is a great question. That all depends on the fact of whether or not destiny can be altered, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm a firm believer that if it's my destiny, then I can choose how I wish to embark on that journey.
Right. How I wish to have it fulfilled. Whether or
True,
not it leads to the same place.
Plus, you know, if your destiny's like really embarrassing, you'd want to change it, right?
Yeah. If your destiny says step left, you decide to step right. It's just creating a new endpoint.
Mm-hmm.
You're not abandoning an original goal. You just try to alter it.
Yeah.
And
And
plus-
if like... Yeah,
go on.
yeah. No, you go.
There's more knowledge to be found if you decide to step aside from the path that has been thrown in front of you. That's where the seeking knowledge comes from. The constant desire to change and to evolve and to see the limitations of your power and of who you are as an individual.
Destiny and fate often gets thrown in the same basket. But I believe they're two totally different things.
Now, I also suppose it depends on what the destiny is. For example, if my destiny were simply having to do with my mortality, and I knew nothing else, I would continue on that path, regardless.
Right.
Because there's nothing you can do to change that. I just want to fulfill it in a way that is meaningful and helpful to others.
But isn't that what the question is? Like, if you could change it, wouldn't you try? Like, what if that book opens up and it says you die in the middle of the night trying to pick your nose? Wouldn't you just, like, you know, like, I don't know, sleep with your hands bound or something to try and change your fate?
I'll turn to Omnios. I believe I would change it, or at least attempt to, if I can, and if it doesn't hurt anyone else.
New question appears. If knowledge is a river, what is the ocean?
Information.
Well, I suppose it depends, right? If knowledge is meant to be flowing, it has to end up somewhere, and the water probably ends up right in the ocean. So, is it not just a pool of knowledge, like you mentioned, in terms of there's so many forgotten things under the sea as well?
Guess it's like, whose knowledge, right? Because if it's your knowledge is a river, doesn't that mean that somebody else's is a river, which means that the ocean is going to be a collection of everybody's knowledge? So, like, the ocean's information. Or everybody's
An
knowledge.
accumulation.
Mm-hmm.
Memories. Something to be passed on. Something to be taken and used for whatever purposes that person uses it and passes it on. It's kind of how we survive and adapt, evolve.
Is it because, do you say this because you think that because the river is flowing, the knowledge is constantly changing and evolving, but in an ocean, it is ebbing and flowing, but it all kind of is the same still.
Is it?
And it just accumulates everything that has been learned.
I believe we are ignorant to what lies beneath and what's collected. We only know what we are told. Hence the river being what we are told is collected in this pool of, as Bo said, knowledge. It turns into memories. If that ocean is forgotten, then so is the knowledge.
I agree. I mean, especially if we're to take into account, you know, the ancient civilizations that have been pulled underwater by the passing of time and things of that nature. It's all memories. All of it.
We are all someone's or something's code. Ever changing, ever evolving. Once it's forgotten, there's nothing left to define who we are.
I'll turn to Omnios and I will say memories and history.
Mm-hmm. History, the river's end, all the knowledge. At least all the past knowledge.
New question appears. You seek power tied to revelation. When is it righteous to reveal truth, and when is it merciful to hide it?
I look square at this arcanum, and then I look down.
I believe it is righteous when pertaining to saving people. A lot of people. I don't think having knowledge of the future is a bad thing. Too much of it can definitely be unhealthy. But, for example, the situation that we are in, you are all-knowing, Omnios. So, perhaps you are aware then of what's happening with the rift and the shifting of nature itself and the impact of which it's having on our environment and on everyone around us. And we are in a time of possible great destruction. I believe it is righteous when it can save many people. The truth is an important tool. Many of us die without ever obtaining it.
I have one last question. What question do you fear being asked?
What kind of question is that? Do you want to fight, you nerd? Sorry.
Fear being asked or answered. Do not fear questions being asked.
Is that your meaning, Omnios? What we're afraid to have someone ask of us because of the pressure to answer? Or do you mean because of the answer that we might have to give?
Omnios stares blankly at Urislith.
Strange question. You can alter the answer to fit your benefit, your needs at the moment.
I think the question that I am afraid of most, and I'll stand up straight, is where I feel I truly belong and where I should be right now. Because the answer is complicated. There is much to sacrifice on both sides of the scale. And it is a question I haven't yet answered for myself.
Omnios turns towards Bo and stares at Bo.
Whoa. Why are you looking at me? I'm not your Pokemon trainer. Do they want me to answer the question?
They would like you to answer the question, yes.
And the question is, what question do I not want to be asked?
Are you afraid of being asked?
That's the question I'm afraid of being asked.
Oh.
What?
If we want them on our side, it's important they trust us all.
I guess the question I'm afraid of being asked is... do I want to go back?
Omnios inclines their head, turns towards Enders.
I'm not afraid of any questions. My mind is set on doing for the greater good. No matter what. No matter who. At least that's what I tell myself.
Are you still clutching the book?
Yep, it's in my lap and I'm like squeezing the corners together.
Omnios begins to walk over towards you, Enders. Tilts its head down. Its antlers prying at the book.
What are you doing? I pull my hands back because I don't want to fight with, I care for the book too much.
He opens the book to the last page.
What is this?
You see your name listed there. Deceased.
What is this? You put that in there? You did this.
It stares at you.
I didn't die. That invader, Frank, whatever its name is, that's the one. Not me. I'm here right now. It was a mistake for me to be in that area. It was because he was idiot enough to do a spell that he wasn't. We wasn't. They weren't ready for. Taught by my forbidden knowledge.
Does it say how?
I look down.
Enders, how did you die?
Does it have a date? Is it any time near the war?
Same
Before?
time,
10 years ago?
10 years ago.
Fuck.
She told me not to do it. It was never to look into her old studies. 3 grimoires. The unknown, the void, and the unapproachable. I figured if I was to save them, I'd be the one to do it. I come from 2 really good bloodlines, right? God's spell. I didn't listen. There was a voice beyond the void. Spoke to me. Said I wasn't ready. I knew I was. To combine 3 spells in multicasting is... the percentage is what? 2%? That was 2% all I needed. Everyone was dying around me. When I saw that large arcanum disperse, I had to create the void. Didn't care if it took life fibers to do it. It saved them for the greater good, and I'll do it again if I have to. I close the book, I push it away, and I look at the others.
My jaw's hanging.
The light was too bright. Whatever dispersed that day, whatever magic was overly powerful, they couldn't do it. I had to create the darkness to absorb the light so that they lived. But it took not only my life fibers, 2 of the men next to me, and another summoner. Four lives for many, right?
Right.
The magic that was dispersed across the lines. The light seared everyone. I had to.
Edismith was your enemy.
Her magic was too powerful.
You.
The unknown, the void, and the forbidden had to come together at a cost. Why am I remembering this now? We're enemies then. What does that make us now? I stand up. And I sit down. I'm confused. I pull the book towards me, I push it away.
I will slowly walk up to you, and I will kind of sit leaning on my knees looking up at you next to you. And I'll reach my hand up. Anders.
This is stupid. Centaurus, Elendraff, all of this. It's not going to even matter soon. Do you understand now? This is all insane.
It is, and the only way that we get past it is by working together. Lines on a map don't matter.
Look at the dark, seek light.
There can't be one without the other. And
I look towards the Arcanum. I know what you want me to say. Fine. I've been working on a spell. Multicasting. I don't know where the urge came from, but it was deep, dark, void, and unknown, and forbidden. With this power, I can bring the moon down on any target, if successful. But the cost could be mind-shattering. Why does that happen today? So to answer your question, Arcanum, when is it a good time to hold secrets or to tell the truth? Well, there's always a reason for something. And I understand your lesson. The ignorance of knowing who I am or doubting who I was and who I am today. Changing of fate and destiny. This all comes full circle. This timing is impeccable of you. I had this as an ace up my sleeve. I didn't care what you or anyone else thought, as long as I was protecting everyone. And I guess that it would just repeat. Because I don't think I can do this spell alone. And I believe multicasting probably needs more than one person with knowledge.
that day on the battlefield, I do not personally remember it. But both sides were fighting to protect the people they love. And I'm sorry that this person that I've overtaken, I suppose,
Stop.
did that to you, but
Stop it. They were doing what they thought was right. So would I. We were both ignorant to each other and our sides. Supposedly.
certainty.
I certainly was doing that spell to protect everyone. Seeing hundreds of people seared in front of me. I had one chance. I'm lucky I didn't take everyone with me behind me. Makes sense why Brahm doesn't pick sides.
Omnios makes their way back over to the blackboard and begins to scratch something out. It says, "You overwrote no one. Your origins are different than you think. You are more complicated than that.
And will
Can
you
we-
help us find out?
Turns towards you, and there's a inclination of yes to its head, and as it does so, it begins to roll up into a scroll that stops at your feet.
No. Don't just leave. After that, we need to find out about... We had the perfect time to find out about... the Valkyrie.
As Ender says this, we switch scenes. Moon, you are currently in a sky vehicle at night with Korgath, a veteran from Asgore that you met previous day. You are currently piloting this vehicle. I need
Look.
to start things off with a travel roll.
Oh, okay. Where would my travel roll be?
So, travel roll varies based on the circumstance of your current situation. You are currently headed north out of Echo Shade with a kind of beeline for Gnosisia. That's what you had communicated last session. Is that still the case?
Yes.
Okay. Very well. Let's do a travel roll then. This is gonna be a D12. Low is good.
Low is good.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Very well. Moon, you begin to travel north. I don't know if you're quite sure how to read a lot of the instrumentation that's in this vehicle. It's different than a standard car, but it has the equivalent of a dashboard that you've kind of smashed quite a bit. And there's probably like a throttle or something of an equivalent. I don't think it has pedals, really. But maybe it's got like one of those like cool, like weird steering wheels, you know, those like half steering wheels that like they had in the 80s and like for whatever reason.
Yes.
Like one of those weird ones that just got like a bunch of loadouts and stuff on it. But yeah, it's just quite a bit different. And Korgath is sitting there, and how long has it been since you've spoken to each other?
It's been pretty silent. If I had to guess, maybe a half hour,
Okay.
maybe longer. Haven't really been keeping track of time.
Yeah. Let me make a roll real quick myself. Korgath has passed out. There's kind of like a general like whistling that's coming from the door frame. You smash this door closed. Basically, you just kind of grabbed the door and just forced it closed, regardless of how it fit the frame of the vehicle. But the vehicle is seemingly holding together.
Great.
You are making your way. It appears to be over the ocean at the moment.
Okay.
Been traveling now for a few hours, and about half an hour since Korgath has said anything. He's just kind of passed out at some point.
Okay, good.
You haven't killed him, and
No,
you
I have
haven't
not.
thrown him out of the vehicle, and you haven't
Made the kidnap official.
yeah, I guess.
I look at him. Ugh. No. 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 I look for some kind of radio or maybe like a music station, anything that might be in this vehicle that looks familiar.
The you smashed part of the dashboard.
Damn it.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you hey, I didn't do it. Why don't you go ahead and make an insight open check.
Okay. That's a 10.
Yeah, I imagine you get something working.
Okay.
Just roll like a D2 for me.
Okay. 1.
Yeah. It's like a little too quiet. The music, it's just kind of like, it's almost functioning like background music. It's barely there. But yeah, there's some kind of, I imagine it probably sounds a bit like this. That's going on.
I just keep it on and I turn it up as loud as I can because Korgath's snoring is still loudly overtaking everything. And I roll my eyes. I realize I'm thirsty. And I guess out of some weird long lost habit, I start looking around this vehicle. Is there anything in here, like a map, snacks, something to wipe my face with because I'm probably still got kaiju blood on it?
Yeah, there's probably some stuff in there, I imagine. You could probably find some kind of snack or something. What do you think it is?
I am rummaging around and I hear this kind of like this like crinkly noise, like huh, and I crinkle some more and I pull out this small transparent bag full of like crunchy something crunchy. I'm like, oh, and I'm staring at it like, oh, it's got to be chips, and it's dried mushrooms. There's just a bag of dried mushrooms in this vehicle.
The most disappointing snack.
And I'm so disappointed, and I look at it like, oh, but I'm hungry.
I feel this pain all too well. It's when you go to the fridge and you're like, oh man, there's gonna be so much good stuff in there. Oh, I can't wait. And then you realize I ate all the good stuff already.
I ate all the good
It's
stuff.
the dregs.
Yeah.
It's what I bought from the grocery store when I'm like, I'll get some healthy stuff this week.
And yeah, I look at it, it's like, God, mushrooms again. Why is it always mushrooms? And I reach into the bag and I sort of hey, they've got some kind of seasoning on them that makes them like a taste almost like a potato chip. These are pretty good. All right, I could see why they kept you around. I thought you were gonna be boring. Spicy. I look at Korgath. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna share these.
He's torn the fuck out of the seat behind him. Like every time he makes any sort of major movement, it just rips apart the seat. It's fucking, the thing's in tatters by now. Like it's, you know, you can see kind of the frame of the seat at this point. Like a lot of the cushioning is gone. What are we fighting? What is that noise? Oh, it is more of that music from. It is.
Yeah. I turn it off, and then I kind of like shake the bag at him, and I go, mushroom?
Oh, food. He grabs it. Just.
Help yourself. I've had my fill.
Good. Good.
Yeah, not bad, right?
Are we
I
there
look out
yet?
the window. No, we're I think we've still got a little bit to go. But listen, when we get there, I'm gonna be looking for people, and you're just gonna have to come with me, and we'll figure something out, okay? Because technically you're still kidnapped. Don't forget that.
All right. What do you mean? What people are you murdering everyone in?
No,
Gnosisia?
no. I just need to meet up with some people that I haven't seen in some time, and yeah, I'm hoping nobody dies. Probably be fine.
Old lovers, then.
No,
No.
like friends.
Oh. I was worried. I thought. Well. You don't hear much in Asgore, but we heard about what happened with you and the Dragon Empress. Is this?
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Well, that was a long time ago. And I kind of narrow my eyes and I look out the windshield.
It's like there's like a few spider web cracks, like at the bottom of it, like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, we've got the long trip. You want to talk about it?
Well, I guess. Well. Hey, system, are you there? Excuse me, give me 1 second, Korgath.
Okay. The camera sees like Korgath looking at Muhn like, what the fuck is she talking about? And yeah, you hear? I am here.
I'm afraid to say anything because I don't want to say anything out loud. Because he's staring right at me.
This conversation isn't happening.
What? What do you mean this conversation isn't happening? But he's looking right at me. I'm speaking out loud, right?
As you start to think
Right?
about it, you realize you're not speaking out loud.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
kind of making a few gestures.
I stopped making gestures. I don't know how I'm talking to you without speaking. This is so weird. Okay, look, what's going through his mind right now? Can you tell me? Through Korgath's mind.
As you ask this question, you start to... I imagine your perception starts to sort of change a little bit. And you've experienced this now a few times. It's not quite as jarring. But as you do, you can kind of just start to hear Korgath's thoughts. I wonder if she's going to kill me. Well, I guess there's worse ways to die.
she throws me out of this vehicle. Wonder if I could survive the fall. I'm very strong.
I look out the window as he says this kind of instinctively, like, it's pretty high up, right? And we're above the ocean right now.
It's really up to you how high you want to be above the ocean. I think when we last spoke, you said you were like
3 to 4
a few hundred
stories.
feet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're a ways up.
Of course, then there is the other thought. Maybe she would get angry at me for asking this question about the Dragon Empress. I wonder what that was like. Ooh. I've never seen her, but I bet she is very strong and fierce. Yes.
It just kind of devolves in what you imagine most men think about at any given moment.
I start to go, "Oh, okay, system, that's enough. Thank you. And I look over at him like, have some more mushrooms.
There are no more.
Oh, and I look around and I start rummaging. Well, all right, what else do we talk about? What's your last name?
Last name?
Yeah, you know, Korgath.
We don't
You have
really
a-
have last names in Asgore. We have... we are... Tepper's daughter, Argar's son.
Okay,
I am
Cool.
Argar's son.
nice. Okay. And it's silent again. So I'm meeting up with my friends, and I haven't seen them in a while. And last time I was with them, I might have killed some of them. And also I decapitated a dragon.
Korgath
kind of
is just kind of like
hazy.
nodding, like he understands everything you just said.
Yeah. It was pretty messy. There was some screaming. I was holding my friend at the time also, and probably really hurt her. Anyway, look, Korgath, I don't know if you've ever had to, like, make amends after doing some really terrible things, but, I guess that's where I'm headed right now. And I just don't want to hurt anybody else, you know? But that seems like that's all I've been doing lately. And all I'm good for is just chopping up kaiju. Look, I know you don't want to talk about it. Just think about axes, okay? It's the only reason I wanted to bring you along, just so we could talk about battle.
I can talk about battle often, but you act like I have no feelings, or I've never had any sort of emotions.
I'm not saying that. Look. Look, I'm just not trying to get too close, okay? But you seem like a good dude.
Not really. But I am a person. Look, I don't live a complicated life. I like to fuck, I like to kill, I like money, I like good food, I like adventure, like the cold. cold is good. Lets you know that you're alive. But I don't think I'm particularly good. I'm just a person, like everyone. Will they sing songs about me when I die? Maybe. Depends on what kind of kaiju I kill or what my deeds are. Who knows what other people will see when they think of me or read about me or listen to the songs that might come about from something I've done. Doesn't really matter. I go about my life and I have fun. That is good enough for me.
I'm nodding. It seems like a pretty worthy goal to me.
Goal? Ah, I guess. I usually just think about the moment.
Think about the moment. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And I look out the window. And I kind of lower the vehicle. And, I look at the door. And I'm gonna make an attempt to just punch it off the hinges.
Okay. Just an open might.
20.
The thing gets fucking launched off the vehicle.
Wow!
Look,
Why?
and I look at Korgath. Look, it's right there. And we're like skimming across the water. If you want to jump, you can. If you want to leave, you can. But it's been fun.
Yeah, in the background.
It's been really fun.
The door is ajar. The door is ajar. And it's horribly mangled, just like the dashboard.
And if you want to stay, it'd be really fun to have you here. And like the water's like, you listen. I can promise you, it'll be fun. But you can jump if you want.
In the distance, you can actually see land again. Ahead of you. Maybe a mile or so away.
Oh.
There's some mountains and such.
Hey, there's also land. I mean, we could at least see.
Korgath looks at you and says,
Well, you brought me here, kidnapped me, and you want to take me to Gnosisia. You want to see your friends. I am curious what they are like. You say you killed some of them. Are they undead?
I don't know. I haven't been back.
How do you know where they are?
I asked. and got an answer. And that's all I'm going on right now.
Shrugs.
Well, I'm curious about that.
Okay.
So I will see.
All right, great. And I kind of settle back, and I say, hold on then, and I pedal to the metal, and the water, like, we go like kind of on the surface and start like just through the water, like really, really fast. And you just see like
He's like
a
pointing.
bunch of
Land up ahead.
ocean spray. Yes, there's land. And I'm just beelining for whatever I can see that might look like the nearest way to port.
Yeah, I mean, it's still super cold. And as you start to think about it, you're like, that's Indar.
Indar. Oh, okay. All right. I look at Korgath. Okay, we're not there yet. But we're getting somewhere. Where can I pull up? And I start scanning the land.
Door is. Korgath just raises up a boot and starts fucking kicking the fucking with the dashboard. It just starts sparking like, "Arr! Demon inside this won't shut up."
I know. It is pretty demonic when it doesn't shut up like that. We're gonna arrive in style, Korgath.
Very well.
It's super fucking cold, by the way. Like as soon as the door was knocked off, I mean, Korgath is even looking a little cold. He's got his like furs just kind of like piled up and squished together as much as he can.
It's good. It makes you feel alive.
Yes, I'm very alive right now. You can see like there's like it's so anime. There's like icicles coming out of my nose. It's like a mustache.
It's the Dumb and Dumber scene. The boogers frozen to their face.
Yes.
Yeah. It just looks like it's horrific at the moment. As you are passing over the lands of Indar through the night. You can see like down below. It just looks like frozen like mountains. Like it's like a tundra down there. You know, it's just kind of like white and frozen, and it's just kind of reflecting a lot of the moonlight at the moment. And it's very like hazy. The windshield is like frozen over a bit as you're continuing.
Is there anything that looks like light down there? Anything like a fire?
No. It's just like a blank canvas down there, pretty much. I mean, you can. There's like, you know, it just basically looks like white and like mountains and nothing. No like civilization that you can see.
I look over at Korgath's furs. Hey, can I, and I like grab like a smidge of the end of one and just put it over my knee. Okay, that's all. That's all I want. That's enough.
You didn't bring a coat?
I haven't gotten a coat. I mean, I have a coat, but it's not enough. And I look at my sun bear like outfit that's just kind of frosted over. It looks really cool, but it's just not enough.
He looks at you for a second, raises an eyebrow, and then like he reaches over to the coat and just kind of like he pulls on like a drawstring, and it gets like significantly warmer.
It's like the material kind of puffs up, and it immediately, it's like someone just turned on a heating blanket, like, ah.
Feels exactly like that. Like, nailed it.
I look at Korgath. How did you do that? How did you do that? Do you know
Everybody
magic?
wears
Do you know magic?
these in Itessa. I think they look like shit, but they work. I guess piss is more likely, not shit.
I could have been warm the whole time. Thanks, Korgath. And I like, you see like this like sparkles come to my face, like, ah. There's like a little orange glow, like,
Yeah.
oh.
Korgath's lips are like turning blue. You know, he's just like, he's like, you know, just like freezing. He's like, I don't have one of those. Like, you were trying to take my furs. And he's just like, he's like freezing to death because it's on his side. That the door you ripped off is on his side, and he's just like, you know, he's looking like halfway in between Dumb and Dumber and The Shining. You know, like the ending, the ending scene for The Shining.
I think
yeah.
Out of that, I'm like, I'm all warm, and I realize like, oh, because I have not been paying attention to how cold he is, because I've also been concentrating on how cold I am. Like, do you want to trade for a bit? This is really nice.
He looks at the coat.
Here. And I take it off for just a bit, like, okay, let's go. And I kind of like, and I put it around him. There. Okay, just thaw a little bit, okay?
Oh, it's like someone pissed all over me.
Yeah, just like that.
That's what you do, you know, when you get very, very cold. It works very well. For a little while.
No, I've never had to do that, Korgath. I've never had to do that.
When you piss, it's just same as just like in your body.
What?
You never had to do that on a kaiju hunt?
Are you good now?
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Okay, great. And I yoink the coat back like, mine.
Yep. Take it back, and then I think this kind of goes on for a few
we'll
hours.
switch back and forth.
Yeah.
Because one of us will always be cold, unfortunately.
Yeah, this goes on for a few hours. You see more land ahead. This is land that has more of a blue sort of tinge to it. It's almost glacial as you're passing over. So it's like white and blue, really, this land. And it just keeps getting colder and colder and colder. You find yourself trading coats very often just to kind of manage this temperature. I need another travel roll from you, please. This one is going to be... Oh, boy. A D20. And again, low is good.
Okay. Oh! That's a 20.
It's at this point, as you are flying over this land, that you start to realize that you're starting to descend.
No. And I hit the dashboard. No.
Something even more troubling lies ahead. There are multiple kaiju that seem to be walking around this place.
Korgath.
What is this? Where are we?
I don't know. I don't know, but I think we're running out of fuel.
Make it go up again.
I can't. It's just descending by itself. Oh shit. Oh.
Those kaiju.
Yes. I'm gonna try and land as far away from these monsters as I can, if I can control this at all.
I need dex and dex.
Oh man.
Difficulty 14.
That's a 3. It's a failure.
Trying your best to steer this away from these kaiju.
Oh no.
Roll me a d20, please.
Look, Korgath. 13.
There's at least 13 kaiju.
We might be in some serious we might be in some serious shit here. Look, how fast can you run?
Run. Where would we run?
We're gonna have to run. There's no way we can take on. I don't even know how many there are. We're just gonna have to run.
I've never seen so many.
I haven't either. I didn't even know this was. I didn't even know this was possible. And I'm looking around, and they're like. There's shorter. The shorter ones are like community building sized. And there's ones that you can't even like see the heads of because it's like an ice cloud or some shit. And I feel like as we land, there have to be at least 1 or 2 that notice us since I didn't make this roll. Oh, shit. Okay, Korgath, listen. Okay, here, take the coat, and thaw out. Just be ready to run, okay? Like, I don't think we're gonna have, I don't know if we're gonna have time. Oh no.
Please make an insight open check for me.
Open check. 10.
Okay. There is something odd that you notice as well. There is light here. And judging from where you are now, you realize this is basically Regalia's equivalent of Antarctica. This place is known as Euphrates. This is like no man's land. Like, this is meant to be devoid of life. And these 13 kaiju that are here are not the only life that are here. It's not the only life. There appears to be some buildings here. And that's where we're going to end the session today. I didn't go right to the credits because we're off next week. It's Thanksgiving. And the week after will be the penultimate episode of Main Character.